Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today we're going to be doing a little tutorial on how to build a modern starter home in Sims 4 using base game only. So if you do not have or own any of the packages in Sims 4, this is going to be a really good tutorial for you. If you're not a builder and you don't really like to build, I will be making this design, and if you guys like it, you can go ahead and copy it, or you can change it in a way that it fits you. I will also post it on my gallery in case you guys want to download it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to zoom in a bit. We see our surroundings on this lot. So this lot is named Hillside Highlands, and it is a lot in Newcrest. And we're going to click here on venue info. Right there you can see your lot type, which is set to residential, which is what we're using today. And then there's also lot value, which is 2,000 simoleons. That's just your starter lot value, and whenever you buy a home you need to pay for the lot value as well as the price of the home. So you want to make sure that this number right here does not exceed 20,000 simoleons. Preferably you want to have another like 100, 200, 300 simoleons so you can eat as well when you move into the house. So once that's done, so what we're going to do is we're going to press Control Shift and C on your keyboard. Once you press that, this this white bar on the top left corner will show up, and that's your cheats bar. So you're going to be adding all the cheats you'll be using today, and the first cheat I'm going to add is bb dot move objects on. That's a basic cheat I always use, and it's just very helpful. And once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and type in bb dot show live edit objects. And one more cheat that goes with this one is bb dot show hidden objects. Those two cheats will unlock all the debug items, and if you don't know what debug is, it's basically all these free items you can use in your builds that are used all around the world. Like you see these trees or these plants, even though you can buy them, you can also get them for free by going into debug and finding them. When you use items for debug, they will not be functional in your gameplay, but if you're on a budget and you're building your base home or for any other reason, they're very useful and they will just complete your build. So now we can go ahead and get to our build. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go here, we'll filter items, and we're going to click on packs. It's already clicked for me, and we're going to select base game, and done. So this will show us all the base game items, and we can just limit ourselves to those if in case you have other packs and you don't want to see all the items, you wouldn't get confused. Then we're going to go ahead and click on this room tool. So first thing you want to do when you build a starter home, you do not want to make it too big. If your house is too big, you won't be able to fill it up and it will just look empty and not good. So I think the perfect size would be 8 by 8. So I'm going to go ahead and select 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles, and I'm going to go ahead and select 8 by 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a little 8 by 8 house, and I'm going to put as well here on the side just a little 3 by 3 room. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So that right here, I kind of moved it for some reason. I want to move it a bit forward so it's in the middle and a little bit forward. So once I've done that, we kind of have a box, or like the way our house will look, and I think that's perfect. Like, you don't need a bigger house, you don't need anything else. I've already set my walls to medium walls. You can use short walls, which will make it shorter, medium, or very tall walls. I think medium is the perfect way. We're gonna go ahead and go to the roof, which for me is always the worst part. I'm going to choose this half gable roof, and in order to build this kind of modern shape, I'm just going to place it right here, and I'm going to lower it by using this arrow. I'm gonna lower it almost all the way, just a little bit off the edge, and I'm going to select the same half gabled roof, and I'm going to rotate it by using comma, and I'm going to rotate it in the opposite direction, and I'm going to drag it along. And once I've done that, it's obviously ridiculously high, and you can just use this arrow to lower it down. I'm going to make it a bit taller than the previous one that we have there, just like this. So this is what I'll be working with. I'm going to lower this a little bit more, and that's our shape. Once we've done that, I'm going to add this platform tool going to add a little like a little porch in front of the house. So I'm gonna make it only 2 tiles, just so, as well as I said, you don't want to have anything too big in this house. I'm going to use this and lift it up by 2 times so it has room for stairs, and I'm going to add some stairs. I'm going to go for a black kind of color scheme, black and white in this house. So I'm going to go like this, a bit on the side. And let's go ahead and color our walls. So for the walls, I'm going to use this paneling, and this is the one that I really like, and I'm going to choose this Retro Luxe, whatever this color is. It's kind of, it looks black, but it's a bit grayish. So you can color everything like this, or you can simply press shift and that will color everything. So you can see here, if I'm holding this, I press shift, it will color the whole box, or like the whole room basically. So that's done. Once we've done that, we can go ahead and select our second color, which is going to be this Unbeaten Smoothness. So I'm just going to go for this to kind of break it apart and make it a little bit more interesting to the eye. And once I've done that, I'm going to color a roof, and I'm going to go for a bit of a more modern design, which is this Not So Drab Slab in black color. And I'm going to add this roof trim. I'm going to color in black just so it would fit a bit more with our kind of aesthetic that we're going for. And I'm also going to color this foundation. Since it's been lifted a bit up, I want to make it black. So I'm going to go for all black and just click all around it to make sure it's all colored. Yeah. I'm just going to go for tiles again, and I'm just going to choose stone, and I'm just going to go for this kind of dark gray. No, I'm actually going to go for complete black stone, and I'm going to add some railings. So I'm gonna go for these ones. I'm gonna go for a bit of a darker color as well. I'm gonna add that here, and just gonna add these railings to the side of our stairs. I'm gonna use the same ones just so they would match, and that's pretty much our house. So here's a quick tip. If you want to save money, we're already on 5,568 simoleons. So the way to save money is, if you go ahead, I'm just going to lift this up so I can show you. So under the stairs, you have this little triangle bit, and apparently that costs a lot of money. So if you take a tool and you delete that, you will see now our price of our house is 5,772. It will go down by 140 or 130 whatever simoleons. So you save a little bit like that, in case you didn't know that. And now we can go ahead and lower our house back down, which will save us money as well. And this is basically the shape of the house we're going for. Now we're going to add some windows and doors. I'm going to go ahead and use these modern windows. They're a bit expensive, so if you're really on a budget, you can always go for something else. There's some cheap windows that you can use, but with base game it can be kind of hard. So I'm going to use those there, and I'm going to use these in black color for this little bit here, just to make it a little bit more interesting. And I'm going to go ahead and use this small little light box window at the top. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to drag it by holding Alt, so they can like intersect. And I'm just gonna make it like this, just so there's a bit of a bit more interest, and like a custom window at the top. And I'm gonna do the same thing at the back of the house. So this is obviously my OCD right now. It's not good. Wait a minute. Oh my god, this is the worst. Okay, I think that's good. So once we've done that, we can go ahead and choose our door. You need an entryway door, obviously. I'm gonna go for, we have medium walls, so I'm gonna go for a medium door as well. Do I want to go for a medium door? Maybe we go for a smaller door, because this door is quite busy already with all the windows and everything. Okay, I'm totally lost and I do not see this door at all. Let's go like this. You know when you're struggling? Okay, it's right here. Like, you know when you're struggling, you just can't find that one item? Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. So when that's done, all I'm going to do is go to terrain tools, and that's the way to save your money. You can do your pathway for free using these tools. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just like drag it around all the way. We'll add some things around the house, so we'll make it a bit better. Kind of like messed it up, but it's fine. It is what it is. We'll make it better later on. And I'm going to, here in this front bit, I'm going to make like a front yard, but I'm going to be doing that later using debug, so I can show you what you can do with it. But I'm going to wait until I finish the house so we make sure we have money. Well, for debug you don't need money, but if we can use anything that costs money. So now first thing that I'm going to do when I enter the inside the house, I'm going to add lights. So the lights that everyone loves using for builds are these little scones, and they're just the best just because they give a lot of light, and the light is very clear and it's just good. It's not a yellow light, so it's a white one so you can see what you're doing. Once we've done that, kind of randomly place them. I'm going to make my room, so I'm going to do my house plan. So I'm going to use this wall tool, and my kitchen I'm planning to put it here. So this is a 4-tile kitchen is what I'm aiming for. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I'm going to make 4x4 room as well, and that's going to be our bedroom. This is going to be our bathroom. This is going to be our kitchen, and we'll make a living room in this bit here. After that, we're going to add some doors. I'm just going to go for the cheapest door if I'm being honest, because when you're building a starter home, you don't really have money to get fancy doors, especially because I like to do cheaper on some things and then more expensive on the others. So it's up to you what you want to compromise on. For example, right now I'm going to go to flooring, and I love having wood in my homes. So, and I really love this wood, and it's a bit more expensive. It's 8 simoleons and this one's like 4, so it's double the price, and that's, I feel like it's worth it. And I'm going to be using that wood, so I'd rather get cheaper doors and afford a bit more of the wood, of a better wood flooring for my house. So once we've done that, we can go ahead and add some wallpaper. So I'm going to take the color that we have outside, which is this paneling. I'm gonna just add it in green color this time. So I'm gonna raise my walls up. I'm gonna make, because this is gonna be the kitchen, this is gonna be our backsplash kind of for the kitchen, and then I'm gonna add it all the way on this side of the house. I'm just planning on this to be like a little accent wall. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and choose this Pure Expressions, which is a pure white, and I'm just going to color the rest of the walls in the living room. There we go. That's all done. Now for the bedroom, I'm going to color it like this just to account for the money in case I forget to color the walls in the beginning. I like to put it like that just so I can, I know I've spent a bit of the budget and it's accounted for, even if I change it later on. So that's done. Now what we can do is with the toilet, I'm going to just be using, since we're doing a bit modern, and it's very hard to go modern when you have the cheapest appliances, but I'm going to go ahead and choose this brick, and I'm going to go black. So I'm going to use this black brick for the toilet, and for the floors I'm going to use the stone, this right here, this stone in this color exactly. So that's going to be our toilet. And now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and start with our kitchen. So for appliances, I'm going to click here, and I hate using the cheapest ones. Obviously, when you have to, but we want to make it look a bit modern, and I'm going to go ahead and choose these ones. I'm going to use them in black since our whole team is kind of black. What you want to do is you want to leave one spot for a stove and one spot for a fridge. So you can also change here what they look like. So I'm gonna take a corner one for this corner right here, rotate it, place it right there, and I think I'm going to do it like this. So this is gonna be the sink, and I'm going to put a fridge, a sink, and then here we're going to put the stove. So you're gonna go ahead and take the cheapest sink because you just need to save on something. You can't have it all when you do these builds, and I'm gonna take the cheapest fridge. If we can adjust it a bit, we'll do it later on. I'm going to drag this very close to the edge by holding onto the Alt button, and I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to drag it a bit more, and I'm going to go for a stove, and I'm going to go for this one and make it black as well. So that's pretty much the base of our kitchen. I'm going to try and add some top cabinets. So I'm going to actually add them straight away, and we'll see what happens. I'm also going to add one more cabinet here just because. So we'll add it right here, like a full cabinet. And we're going to add a trash bin because you always need that. It's very useful to have. And I'm going to be adding top cabinets. We're just going to be using the same ones. I'm going to place this one right here above, and then we're going to take a corner one, place it here, and I'm going to place a smaller one above the fridge. I might just place this one here. And I'm not really sure if I can afford this. This is a lot. Well, we're just going to keep it here. So it's going to be our kitchen. If you have noticed in the beginning, I didn't really put windows on any other part other than the front of the house. It's just because I wasn't too sure where everything is going to be. So I like to add my windows now. So now I'm going to add one small window here in the kitchen. So I'm just going to go, honestly, with the cheapest one I can find, which is probably going to be this one. We're going to go for all white and we're going to put it right here. We'll check later if that looks good from the outside, and yeah, just to make sure that it looks good. I just think it's nice if you wash your dishes, you can have kind of a look on the outdoors. The only thing I'm going to add to this kitchen is going to be a small rug. I think it's always nice to have those, and I'm gonna go for this one, just a black and white 50 simoleon rug, just here where you kind of wash the dishes. So, oh, actually we should add a bit of decoration. So what I'll normally do is I will leave it like this, and in the end I will add all the decor items that I want to, just because you want to make sure that you can have enough of the budget for this. Even these cabinets, a lot of times you won't be able to afford them. You just have to like cut somewhere else if you want to afford these. So I'm gonna go for decorations, and I'm gonna go here, and I'll add, maybe we'll add this, like a little basket. So you can lift this object up on the fridge by holding on to control and pressing 9. Every time you press it, it will go up by a little bit. So you want to keep on pressing it until it's above your fridge. So this is one way of doing that. And that's it. I'm gonna have that there, and then I'm going to add in the corner of this, I'm going to add a little, what will we add? Let's add this. I'll add a cookie jar. We'll see if it will stay there. Might be too expensive in this economy, guys. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna go with that, and I'm gonna add this. I like adding this because I don't know, I use this so much in my kitchen, like these toilet rolls or like kitchen rolls. I use them so much, so I feel like they're necessary, and they go like water in my house, so I just love using them. So this is pretty much our kitchen done. We might add something later on, we'll see how it goes. And now we're gonna go here, and we're gonna make, in this little corner, we're gonna make a dining room. So I'm gonna go for this, and the dining room, we're going to choose one of the glass tables. I'm just probably gonna go with this one. I'm gonna place it right here, and I'm going to use some chairs. For the chairs, I'm going to go with these ones because these don't really fit our modern theme. So I'm gonna go for the black ones to kind of fit what we're doing. And I'm going to go ahead and add a rug. So for the rug, I think I'm just going to use the circle one in white. So I'm going to place it here, and I'm gonna make it bigger by pressing Control and holding it, and then pressing the square bracket. So one of the square brackets will make it smaller, which is the open square bracket, and the closed one will make it bigger. So I want it a bit bigger. So we're gonna place it like this in the corner, and I'm just going to move it here so it's kind of in the center. And I know it's a bit close to the door. We'll move the door a little bit. Yeah, I think that's better. So when you make an item bigger, you might not be able to, like, you need to move around so you can like catch it. Anyways, that's done. We're gonna add some artwork, and because we can't really afford much, I like to add this one because it's just very big and it fills up the space very nicely. I want to place it like this, so this can be moved a bit to the side, and I'm just going to add a pot. So we're gonna make our own pot by using, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go to decorations. You don't need to do that, you can just put a regular plant, but this is what I'm going with, if I can find it. I'll run into it later on. We'll leave it for now. The only thing, we're gonna put a little plant on top of this table. So I like this one. I think it looks really nice, and yeah, we have it in yellow, so you can match a bit with the painting. And that's basically our little dining area. So now we're gonna go to the living room. So for living room, we're gonna go to comfort, and we're gonna choose our sofa. I think the only sofa that kind of looks modern is this one, so that's what we're going with. I'm gonna rotate it around and place it right here, and I'm gonna kind of push it a bit to the side. And then we're going to go ahead and we want to place a TV. I'm going to be using this TV stand for this purpose. So let's go ahead and choose this one. I'm gonna rotate it around and place it right here. And then I'm gonna take this TV. I've obviously made houses before, so I know more or less like where I'm standing with my budget. And I made a similar house to this one. I think I already have it on my gallery. It looks a bit similar. So yeah, we're gonna go with this. Obviously, if you do this with like different builds and stuff like that, you can always, if you can't afford something, you can delete it at the end and you can see where you'd like to save. I'm going to add a rug. I'm going to add the same rug, like this rug. I'm gonna add it in maybe in this color. Okay, so this rug's a bit big, so I'm going to press Control and then open bracket to make it smaller because I want it to fit better this space. And I'm just going to place it right here. So since we don't have a lot of color, what I think I'll do is I'm just going to make it green. Yeah, the sage green. It's probably my favorite of these, all of these. I'm gonna do this. So once we've done that, we can go ahead and add a little plant in the middle. I'm gonna add a green plant as well to kind of fit that. And one of the shelves that I really love using is this bookshelf. So I'm gonna make it green, make it black, and I'm gonna add it there to fill up that space. And we can also add some windows because obviously you wanna have more windows in your living room. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this window as well. So I'm gonna make it kind of the same. And I'm going to add some curtains. So I'm just gonna go for the cheapest curtains that are a bit longer. And I'm just gonna put that here. And now you can see that this window is a bit lower, which is one of my pet peeves. I don't like when windows don't align. So I think we're done. That's basically going to be our living room. It's very simple, but still looks a bit modern and just it's usable. So after that, we're going to go to the bedroom and we're going to use the cheapest bed, unfortunately, but it does come in this black swatch, so will fit our theme. And we're just going to like shove it up against the wall. And what I like to put in my bedrooms, it's a dresser. So we're gonna put it across the bed. Might keep it in white because we don't want it to be too dark either. And I like to add a mirror. This is probably the most modern looking mirror that we can afford. And I'm just gonna add it in, just thinking which color, this gray one. Maybe we'll just go beige. I'm gonna move this a bit. There we go. Should we change it to white? I might just keep it gray. I like the gray. I should do a bit of gray. And I'm also going to add some windows here as well because now I know where my bed is and where kind of everything fits. I'm going to go ahead and add, we'll add this one. We can add this one. No, this one's too big. We're gonna add a smaller one. So we'll add that one there, and I'm also going to be adding one more window. So when you do this, one thing you really need to be careful with is make sure you go back and you just double check that it looks good from the outside, because you want to do this, then you want to see where your windows are and if that looks good. And I'm happy with that. I just want these two to align, so I'm going to lift it a bit up. So far I think that looks good. I'm happy with that. So we're going to go back inside into our bedroom, and I like to put the walls up just to see kind of, you can see this room is quite small, but that's fine because as I said, you don't really have money to be splurging around on extra tiles. I'm gonna choose this one and I'm gonna place it here. I'm gonna move the bed a bit so it's right under the window. I think I'll just do one for now. If we can afford one more, I might go back and add it. And I'm gonna add a lamp. This is probably our best choice. And after we've done that, what I'd like to add would be a carpet. So we're gonna go ahead and carpet, and we're gonna add probably one of these ones and just make it bigger. We might do the same carpet as the kitchen one. I think that will just fit and fill up the space nicely. Yeah, I think that's fine. I might just do this in white actually after all. I just like it a bit better, and I'm just going to go ahead and add a little plant here. You don't want it to stay empty, and I would also like to have a painting here. So this is my favorite painting, I think, especially like from base game for sure, if I find it. So this one here is my favorite one, and we're gonna use it in black just to fill up this space a bit. And that's enough for a bedroom for now. Actually, I'll add some curtains. We're on 18,000, so we basically have like a 1,000 left for our toilet, which I think would be okay. If we overdid it, we'll come back and adjust it. I'm just going to add these little shutters because I feel like it's very realistic. You would want that in your room. Everyone likes to sleep in the dark room. Actually, I hope everyone likes to sleep in a dark room. But yeah, we're gonna go to our toilet now just to make sure we have enough money for everything, and we're gonna go ahead and choose. I really like this shower. I don't think we can afford it since it's half our budget. I'm just gonna go for the cheapest one. I'm gonna rotate it around and make it kind of fit within this wall. Once we've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and choose a toilet, and we're going to go for the cheapest one because we're running out of money. And after that, we can just go ahead for the cheapest sink. Yep, you guessed it, it has to be the cheapest one since we're already 19,000. So we'll do that. We'll add a mirror. I'm just gonna go ahead and add this one in the black color above it, and I'm going to add some rugs as well. I'm going to add this is my favorite rug with the showers, so I'll just change it any color I want, and it's a bit big, so I'm going to make it smaller twice, and I'm going to rotate it and fit it right in front of the shower because I think that's very realistic. When you get out of the shower, you'd like to have something there. And I'm just going to add this one. And which color are we gonna go for? Let's try this color and see how that looks. So I'm just gonna add this here. No, I don't like that. We're gonna delete that. I'm going to go ahead and add this one maybe. Yeah, this one comes in black. So we'll do this. We're just going to add it kind of in the middle just to make it a little bit more finished, the space, and filled up. Actually, I'm gonna move this around. Let's do this. So just because I'm thinking, okay, I know it doesn't matter, we have a window here, but I'm just thinking if you're taking, like, if you're in the toilet, you wouldn't want your toilet to be right next to the window. So we're gonna do that, and I think I'll just add the shutters as well, the same ones from the room, because this is a pretty big window, and I know Sims don't care about that, but it just makes me feel a bit better. So we'll have that there, so you can kind of like drag it down if you're using the toilet. And one more thing I would like to add is a little plant in the corner. This is my favorite plant for toilets, and it's quite cheap. So we're on 19,271 simoleons, and I think we're pretty much done, to be honest. The only things that I would add would be, I wanted to add a plant here. So we're gonna go into decorations, and we're gonna find this pot that I'm looking for. Okay guys, so I will just add a plant in the corner. I wasn't able to find what I was looking for. I don't know why, it's just impossible to find. I'm just gonna add this. It kind of fills up the space nicely. And we're just going to add, because we have a little bit more money, I'm just going to add some towels here. Let's go ahead and find some towels. They should be here. Yeah, so we need a toilet paper, obviously, and we will be needing some towels. I'm gonna go for a hand towel. Do you want black or white? Let's do white to just kind of break it apart. And this is completely crooked. It's good I looked at it from this angle. And we're gonna take this one and add it. Might do a bit of color now. I'm gonna make it smaller, doing the same trick, and I'm just gonna put it here on the edge of this. And that's our toilet pretty much done. After that's all well and done, we have 500 simoleons left, or 484 simoleons left. I think that's enough for the inside. I think it looks beautiful. I love it. I think for a base home, this is a really nice home to kind of start your game with. It has everything you need as essentials. I think the only thing I would add to here would be as an activity, I would add the easel, because I think that's very useful in a game, and I am 350. So if I add an easel like here in the corner and I delete this plant, is that okay? Is that okay? You have like 100 and whatever, 190 simoleons to work with. That might be a bit stretching it, but is there anything we can delete? Maybe I can delete this because I think this is 100 simoleons. So we're just gonna delete that and just add a little plant there in the corner instead. Maybe I'll go, well, this is 55. Okay, so we save like 40 simoleons or 45 simoleons. So I'm just gonna go for that. Yeah, so right now we have like 229 simoleons left, and that's pretty much our house all done from the inside. We're just gonna go ahead and go on the outside and try and make it a bit better. As I said, what we're going to do is we're gonna type in debug and we're gonna enter here. This part I will be forwarding. I will make it a bit faster just because it takes time to search through these items because there's so many of them. So the first thing I did is kind of add these trees that fit in with this world just to make this whole building look like it belongs. And yeah, it just makes it a bit more complete. Once I've done that, I kind of had this idea for the front yard that I just wanted to add a car and a little driveway. So I'm just gonna search now through debug and try and find a car that kind of fits someone that would live in this house, like what they would be driving. And I just went ahead and found this debug fence and I added it to the plot because I obviously had no more money, so I had to do with debug, but they do have some beautiful things that you can use. So yeah, I'm just going to place that there, and we're just going to go ahead after this and find some columns to place in the edge, because if you can see, they don't really fit that well, but if you add little columns, they will hide all the imperfections, which is amazing. So that's what we're doing right here. And after we do this, it's just basically me putting in a car, and once we put the car in, I'm going to go ahead and add the driveway and basically add a bit of more of this terrain that we had before. And I've also realized that I forgot a trash can for the outside, which dug out in my budget, like it hurt my budget a bit more. So yeah, I just went ahead and kind of added this with terrain tool. And all I'm going to be doing now is just adding some terrain, so a bit of this black dirt, because everywhere under the house you would basically have a little bit of this. You would never have like perfect grass unless it's fake, and under all the trees and everywhere else. So just to make it feel like it actually someone lives there and it's been there for a while. And that's about it. I'm just adding a couple more last details as like these plants, and yeah. We're pretty much done. I'm happy with the way this looks. We only need to add a mailbox since we have no mailbox here, so we're gonna go for this one. Do we want to make it black or we want to leave it white? We'll make it black. And I'm just going to add a little bit more of the terrain tool on this bit. Yeah, so this is our house. I'm going to go ahead and attach some screenshots at the end of this video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this build. If you liked it, please subscribe and like to support my channel. And if you'd like to see any more builds like this or anything else that you would like to see, please let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.